Hello everyone, welcome back to our COVID-19 video series. Now, as I promised in my last video, in today's video I am going to talk about the decision-making process from a student's perspective. I'm Khanan, I'm an independent contributor to international education industry and a small stakeholder as well. Now, just to keep it very simple, I'm trying to take the example of Indian students trying to travel to New Zealand for higher qualification and then discuss the decision-making process. I'll only cover the first step today in this whole process so that I can keep this video very short. The first step in this decision-making process, guys, should be the engagement step. In this phase, generally students engage with different stakeholders to make sure that they're going to the right university overseas. However, considering the current scenario with so many restrictions around and there's so many information floating on social media platforms, this engagement phase should be well structured and must be robust. What I mean by that, a student should be able to take some measures to make sure they're only dealing with facts. At the end of the day, their judgment, their decision to travel overseas should be based on these facts. Now, how to get these facts? As a student, let's say an Indian student planning to travel to New Zealand University, the first and foremost, the student should try to get information from only government websites or the websites that are validated, that are legitimate. When I talk about legitimate or government websites, I'm talking about websites like Education New Zealand website, New Zealand government website of Ministry of Business and Innovation of New Zealand. So these are some examples of legitimate fact-based websites where students can get real-time information and factual information. Right, friends, my first step is to go to these websites and find out information that I'm looking for. My second option or second point would be to consider is to connect to the university that you are planning to go. For example, as an Indian student, if I'm planning to go to University of Waikato in New Zealand, or Auckland University, or Massey University, or Otago University, or any other university that I'm planning to go, I should be able to connect with this university directly. I should be able to engage with this university directly. Now, how to do that? It's a very traditional way of doing it. You just go to their website, find out their international page, and try to find out the international contact points. For example, international admission team email IDs, international managers email IDs or phone numbers, and try to reach out. Now, during this difficult times, these stakeholders will be extremely busy with a lot of problems that they are trying to solve. So once I communicate with them, as a student, I have to make sure that I give them enough time to come back with an answer or any information that I'm looking for. So in normal circumstances, it is generally 3 to 4 days, but I would rather say a student should give at least a fortnight once you communicate with these stakeholders in the universities. Right, so first you go to the websites, then you contact with the university authorities that you are planning to go to and ask them questions. And the third, I think, is again very important stakeholder, is to engage with the educational agencies, consultancies. I mean, for me, I will personally look for licensed immigration advisors rather. Talking about New Zealand, Immigration New Zealand has given license to certain immigration advisors sitting in different countries. And there are New Zealand licensed immigration advisors in India as well. So I will try to reach out to those to find out the latest changes or future changes or what is expected in terms of immigration or in terms of student, work, settlement visas going forward, because this is also a very vital information that you need to make a good decision to travel overseas to a particular country like New Zealand. However, you can always engage with your trusted educational agencies based in your towns or in your cities. Right? In India, for that matter, there are hundreds of educational agencies and consultancies. Some are really good, some are not so much. So it is up to you to make sure that you are engaging with the right educational consultancies. But before you go to the educational consultancies, as a student, I would like you to have the information in terms of your university that you are planning to go, the qualification that you are planning to complete, and the country that you are planning to go to. These three things should be very clear to you. You should have enough resource or information about these three things, and then you should approach an educational agency for further support. So these points, I think, are highly fundamental in terms of engagement. And I feel if you consider these points and structure your engagement phase in this manner, the outcome would be that you have a lot of facts. Your decision would be on the basis of the facts that you gather in this phase. So friends, here you go. So this is the first step that you take in your decision making process. Engaging with different stakeholders is extremely important, especially at this current situation. Let me know if you like this video. If you have some questions or any feedback, please do share, and I'll try to come back to you next week with the next step in this decision making process. Hope you have a good week ahead. Stay safe.